what's really going on. Nau mai ki a kōrua, ki tēnei whakāturanga, ki te toha i o whakaro e pāna ki te hakina riki. Anō reira, ki a kōrua, nau mai ki te whare nei. This is just us. I'd like to welcome you both to our couch, to Off the Back Fence to talk about rugby league in the north, all over the north, and just a bit of your perspective on how things are going in rugby league for our wahine. We just start with a bit of an introduction. I think start with Ra.
Kia ora koutou, ko Rawinia Everitt, huri ahau, no te taituku rei hoki, ki te taha o tōku papa no Te Aupōuri, me Ngāpuhi, i te taha o tōku māma no Ngāpuhi Ngāti Kahungu ki Wairo.
Kia ora.
Tēnā tātou.
Kia ora.
Sheesh, that was on. Kia ora whānau, my name's Danyel Davan. I am fresh out of Hirikino. My roots flow all the way back up to Te Aupōuri, like Ra. Born and raised here, been away and back, having a jam. Grateful.
Me? Well done. Oh, Talofa. Yeah, sorry. It's your boy, the Ulfs, back again. I'm going to go into the set of six for the ladies here.
Let's go.
So, buckle up, strap on, and let's go. No, it's just 6 quick fire questions. So please give quick fire answers. Okay? Right. We'll start with number 1. Who on the team is most likely to miss the team van or bus because they're at the bakery?
Like the whole team?
Just drop names. Doesn't matter, just drop the names.
Yeah, throw them under the bus.
From.
Yeah,
Yep.
the dark.
So question, who on the team is most likely to miss the team van because they're at the bakery?
Because they had the bakery girl.
Probably me, because it takes
Oh, that's the easy way.
Confession, eh? Okay. Right.
For me, I think the Browns would be in the bakery with me, those Brown sisters. I also think that those Crutha Abrahams would be in there too.
Yep.
Who else? And I'll be leading it too.
Nice. Right, question 2. What's your pre-game hype jam? And be honest, even if it's embarrassing. What's your go-to song for game day?
Hey. Quick fire.
There you go. Mine would probably be 660, someone to be around.
Oh, nice.
And then like just before heading out, I'm a Poie girl. Gotta get some culture in there, you know, just rip the tie home, whack the people, whack the legs, whack the face, whack the mind.
Is everything alright at home? Yeah.
My jam lately's just been Just Us by DJ Khaled.
Oh, just us, yes.
Okay. Question 3. If there was a Natives Olympics, what event would you absolutely dominate? Whether it's like kite eating, karaoke, fastest bootlasing, anything.
Myself?
For, yeah.
For ourselves, or our
for
team?
yourselves. For yourselves. Oof. What event would it be?
The boat race now. Literally. The water race.
Drinking? Just be honest, yeah.
Man, I think I'd be like me at a MKR, kai cook-off. Yeah. Yeah. I was a bit of a slate mahi dog in my marae back in the day. So. Nah, put up with my nana, so you know, I know all the little tricks and tips, the hacks.
Nice.
I reckon MKR might do pretty good, eh?
Oh, nice.
Once.
Shit. Olympics.
Yeah.
It's just a big open fucking...
Yeah. What event would it be?
I'll probably go back to basics and say, if there was an Olympics and I had to empty a trailer out of 3 cube of dirt, I reckon I'd take some.
With what?
What digging?
A spoon.
With a shovel and a spoon.
Stick operator.
Nice. All right. Question 4. So, who's the team undercover comedian or clown? And what's their best moment so far that you can remember?
Comedian.
me and a clown.
Yeah,
There's heaps of us though.
But who's the best of the best? Like
like
how
there's a
I'm the
mirror
best of
over
the
there.
best.
I feel like there's a mirror up there. No. There's a few, eh? There's a few jokers, man. But whether we laugh, nah. I reckon Kalani. Hey, Walter Houston, she's got some quirky lines. I'm like, you know, the next gen age.
Oh, true.
They're coming through some like, I don't know what world they're living in, but it's so like vast. And then the old school like uncle jokes, I reckon, have to definitely come from up Te Hapua ways. Chelsea, Credence, they're quite sharp with their tongue.
True.
So
True.
Short and sharp.
those would be my picks.
Nice.
And then Zandra Motu from Pukiputu, I have to bring Pukiputu in there, but she offers like she's a bit of a dungy clown. Is that a thing?
That is now.
We've got a few announcements. We've got a few announcements.
No, like, what do you call it? All the gear, no idea type.
Oh, yeah. That is kind of
Those laughable.
Yeah, I know heaps of them at Rick too. What question was it? Oh yeah. Do any of the team have game day superstitions, like wearing same undies, lucky undies, special karakia, any of that?
I have seen some girls like do some like humming in the corner, but I don't know if it's I some nervous setup or stuff like that. Me personally, and I used to be massive into like trying to appear the same way. Especially when I got into high performance, like coming out and learning. So like I used to watch a lot of athletes that I used to look up to. And it started from netball, like watching her. Like some athletes used to brush their teeth before going out in the tunnel. I didn't get that crazy because I was like, man, you only do it once. Chuck a PK and that'll last you 8 minutes, sure. Yeah, I used to like routine. Mine's is just music. I like being in the zone. But I suppose when you get home and you your role isn't just to play. You like I'm the strapper guy, help the coach guy, to make sure the Kai's cooking in the kitchen before we go up. And that's just how the norm is. So being able to know that we're gonna feed our manuhiri when we finish the game is probably more important than figuring out what undies and bras are. So and then we still got to play to our best too. But it's probably something that I applaud our wahine, and we've been doing it. Like even with rugby at Arawa, so I don't really see much tiny teams do the kitchen, the thing before they go out and play. So I think that's our superpower, is being able to, and that probably helps us because we're not like so uptight thinking about how we're gonna perform. Because we
sort of ADHD brain from there.
So that's me. Sorry,
what was it?
It's all the tasks.
Okay.
Me personally, I like to list write. I already read my list the other night. And then I just like to pretty much march the list and pack everything, pack an extra towel because someone always forgets to pack their towel, plastic bags for your putty clothes, just little things. And wear the same strip underneath just because it's my comfy.
Kia ora. Awesome. Well, last question. If you weren't playing league, what sport would you be smashing instead? Or would you just be at home, Netflix and chill?
Nah, not me. I'm not a home guy. But I would definitely probably turn into, what's the guy, the fisherman guy? I'll probably turn into that kind of guy, like a dive fisherman type person.
Matt, what's his name?
Matt Watson,
Matt Watson,
Well, Watson, no, I'm not even going to go there like that. And then I'll probably hang out with you fellas in there. Listen to pretty chill John. A bit of a podcast. Get deep in the fields.
Nice.
Chop this.
Don't even get paid for it.
It's okay, you got a bloody...
As soon as we go on it,
What's the question?
So if you weren't playing league, what would be a sport that you'd be smashing in? Or would you just be at home? Netflix
I'd probably just be at home, enjoying the days off.
Just writing out lists, eh?
Yeah, just another one. Go visit my mum and dad.
Nice.
The little things.
Nice. Awesome. Well done, guys.
It's
That was the fastest in a 6.
Really?
No.
How does it feel bringing the grand final to Te Kao? And what does it mean for your hapuri?
Oh man, like a part of Natives kaupapa is to inspire gravel roads. So in gravel roads, I consider Katai as a town, even though it's not. But for me, I'm a kid from a gravel road. We don't see much, we don't have much, but we have a lot of heart and a lot of passion.
Awesome.
So part of Natives kaupapa is to get deep right into those valleys that connect us, or that have awa running through them, and they're in our blood.
Yeah.
So for me, Te Kao's a special one this weekend for me because I whakapapa there.
Awesome.
And I'm only starting to learn my Everitt side from up there. So for me to go home and stay in my lane and not go up there and start a kapaka sort of a outfit, but to be able to impact my people through my platform, which is sport,
Awesome.
and take girls in our team that have never played there, may have never played there on that as well, but to reconnect them to home, it's pretty special. So I'm just looking forward to seeing more the nannies and papas support their mokos right there in Te Kao that don't have much, that don't get much, and hopefully it inspires another young girl that, I don't know, maybe just at home fishing, that's their daily, and if they think that they can tick up the oval ball and start throwing it around and running it straight, then no my harama, and that's what it's all about. So man, I'm pumped. And I hope my papa's buried up there, so hopefully me and him can share a bevy or two.
Yeah, nice.
Before the game. We might have a bevy on Friday or something. Well, definitely after the game.
Yeah, nice. Awesome.
Beautiful.
Wow.
I think it's special that we go home. Very special actually, because a lot of our people, like me and La, we whakapapa back to there, and heaps of our team actually.
Cool.
And it's good to go home and keep all the home fires burning, because we are who we are because of the people before us.
Kia ora.
And it'll just be cool to be home, jamming on home soil. I'm excited.
Awesome. Cool. Awesome. Yeah, beautiful answers. Right, second question. So, what's been the key to the Natives' unbeaten season?
Wow, there's only 3 teams now. They're hopping on the podium, whatever. To be honest, I think before starting this team, selecting the management crew for this. Get the right people in charge, they're going to lead the way, right?
That's important, eh?
Hugely, and I think Nors has hit it on the head in terms of how we've prepped this year, the foundation she has set, the kaupapa she has set amongst the Natives kaupapa that has already been set, because we don't just do league, obviously, but she's really just blowing it out of the park in terms of connecting us up. We went up hiking, couples. Oh no, not couples.
Oh no, I missed that one.
We went hiking, fishing. We're in our taiao, exploring where we come from. Like someone whakapapa was there, and then we went over to the other side and did the other side. So we weren't strong just on our left shoulders. So we went on the other side to even it up. But she's done an amazing job, and I think that's where we had it right, was by putting who was at the helm and to lead the kaupapa. Started that right, and then she's obviously picked a great leadership to then manifest what she wants for the team, and it's just kind of trickled down all the way down. And we've got a great culture in our team, a hard-working one, on and off the field, which is perfect. That's the lingo I chat anyway. So I couldn't have put a perfect person in charge. And with that comes all the aroha and love and passion from our wider whānau as well. So we've got a pretty good humming workforce stuff.
That's pretty cool, eh?
Yeah. And because we've already lined up our pathway for the year, so we're going to Māoris, obviously, in Rotorua for the Tuakana tournament, and then we actually went to Fiji last year, but we're going again this year to try and win the comp. So we go in November. So our Natives, we've created our own. And that's the reason why we do Natives, is because there's nothing, you have to create it. You have to create your own. So
That's awesome.
for every code, we kind of try and do all that.
That's awesome. Look, if you're ever missing a prop, I've got my boots at home.
Yeah.
Ready to go.
We on.
I've still got some black lipstick and a wig.
Yeah.
No.
What colour?
That's mean.
I think, especially from Ra's kaupapa and how she leads, just simple choices, and they're very big choices, you know. Choosing the coach. Nors she's just got a skill set for days, and she's got so many different hats that she chops and changes out of that, you know, she's a teacher and she uses that teaching and plan the trainings, and they kind of just cross codes and interlocks. I think we do have a number of people just like in our leadership as well, just who are keen to give back, who just want people to have a jam and just get amongst it. Also, I think our on and off the field gel, because that's, you know, it flows full circle into each other, going and spending time together, and just all the opportunity to hold space for each other and operate out of those vulnerable spaces, you know, for each other. And I think especially because as women we need those spaces, just to revitalise each other, and like even just having a shitty day and like coming to training, you know, you just leave high. It's just a feeling, I think, and we're so blessed to have League back up on the Naughty.
That's awesome. That's mean. TRL clubs, please take note of what's been said, because far out, these guys have got the ingredients and the recipe for success. That's awesome.
Oh, so yeah, on to our third question. What's your favourite memory from the season, on and off the field?
Ooh,
Besides the winners,
memory, there's a few. I'm nearly 48, so I turned 40 soon, and I've got lots of memories like from my sporting career, but I think nothing beats when you have a young rangatahi come up, and they come in and they really realise their potential.
Yeah, I mean, awesome.
And that isn't due to one set of hands, it's due to many.
Yeah.
It's kind of like they've seen another way that our hapu and our iwi can come together and collaborate to do something good for their people. And I think by being a role model and doing that, by positive collaboration of different iwi, because some of our players come all the way from Hokianga.
Yeah.
And they drive up, and we know that everyone's going through struggles. Like we know everyone's lives, right? They're going through a bit of something with how much we share with each other. We don't know. Everyone probably thinks I've got my shit together all the time, but I'll lean into vulnerability and chatting about the things that I go through if there's space for it. But at the moment, my role is that I'm the one that's got my shit together because I start all these kaupapa. But really, it's healing me too. You know, it's a space of healing for me, and you know, my career got taken away from me from injury, from a neck injury, rugby though, but being able to provide space for young ones to really just show their potential and just man, like be great, eh?
Yeah, man.
It's huge. And the buy-in effect of that, like, it's hard to say, like, we're trying to pave a pathway and a legacy for kids that we don't even know yet.
True.
But it is what we're doing, and the buy-in from these girls is there. Like, that's the job that we're doing, and not many people can think that way, and not many people can do that because we're in fight or flight at the moment, trying to just survive on our own shit. You know, like we've got shit at home. Like, how can we think about providing and ensuring that this legacy doesn't just stop in 1 year, a 2 year, a 3 year, and this is not just a thing about. This is what I see in the TRL and teams, is that I see teams start up, then they're down, and then another team pops up. Those players are going over there. So for us, the men are our who we look up to and who we're trying to get a gauge of how it goes. But I'm like, I don't know if I want to be like that. Like, why did that team shut down? Like, I thought they were on a high. They just won last year. Why is it shutting down? So I think for us at Natives, we're trying to build the foundation and understand what it takes for people to work together. And because we're all from different iwi, brought up a different way, it's about learning about each other so we can get into a common goal and go, let's sort our differences out.
Awesome.
We're still going to bump into differences later, but make sure that we know how to hold space for it. To regulate everyone's upbringing, because that's what it is, bringing together. Rather than us going, oh, fuck this, you know, like this shit ain't work, this isn't me, or I'm out, you know, like it's too hard, and they bounce out and then we fold. So it's about, actually, well, we're gonna change, we're gonna evolve, and then we're gonna have scrap, and it's all good though.
Hard.
Like that's normal. Like I don't know why that we think that just because that's happened, that you have to piss off and start another club. So that's what we're trying to work out at the moment, is like, you know, when we have differences, we're gonna how are we gonna cordial about them when they come up. Because we need to be able to be good at troubleshooting and become solution based. Because, you know, like so many people have done so much stuff before us for us not to keep trying. So
hard. Kia ora.
I don't know if I answered the bloody question, but
No, you did.
but then it's probably got the more I'm all over the place guy.
Love
that's cool. That's cool. Awesome quarter.
Just going to go off what Radi said about foundation. I think if you build the foundation right, you know, it's endless what you can have. The possibilities are endless. Probably my favourite thing about the season has just been coming back to league, because I have this love for league. Like I've played over in Perth like a couple of years, and just the connection, like it's just endless. It just doesn't die. It's a never say die feeling. And it's just more than a sport. Like I recently went back to Oz, and you know, like everyone asks me, because I love playing league, did you bring your boots? And I was like, I didn't on purpose, because you know, like I couldn't afford to get injured and come home and not be able to play for my team back here. But yeah, just connecting back to league, I think it's a metaphoric home to a lot of people as well. Like I like come home to it, like give back to it, you give back to it, and all the kids, you know, they grow through that home if you let them and if you open that space.
That's cool. It's awesome. Awesome answers, man. I really resonate with what we were saying before with kind of like that village mindset of, you know, it takes a village, definitely. And for me personally, like, in the sense of being involved, I can jam, I can play easily any day of the week, but I find more effect and more, it feels more wholesome for me to be off the field and watch someone, like you say, young come through, not know the game, and then by the end of the year they know league, they fall in love with it, all of that career, that growth. I love that growth. So
it's pretty addictive, eh?
It is. So now it's my thing to just give back in that way. Like, I can easily lace the boots on and jam and just put people in hospital, but you know. Listen, but anyway, you know what I mean? Like, it's just like, like you say, like watching someone come through and their growth, it's awesome. It's an awesome feeling. Yeah. So anyway, next question. If you could describe your team vibe in 3 words, what would they be? 3 words. I don't want to hear out the gate.
What about your one? Really, really cool.
Just 3 words to describe what the vibe is in the team.
Man, I reckon manaakitanga is definitely one.
Kia ora.
Why I say manaakitanga is that, just our love for our people and wanting to share, firstly, our space with others. Not many people do that, so we're willing to allow our rangatahi in who aren't even in our team, but like just to share a positive space, like, and obviously we're big on like it's the system that's conditioned us to think that we don't go to the table without anything in our hands, but it's what they think they value as taking something to the table. So for me, bringing something to the table isn't like a solid like dollars or kai as such. It's bringing your vibe, bringing your whānau. It's bringing the mindset to be able to impact change, you know. And we lead that through manaki. Like that's a vulnerable state if you're able to do that. So that's one. Whānau is another. For me, I think that no matter the last name, like. Up here, small town syndrome, you can go, they're Everitts, or you know, like everyone's like, where are you from? I'm like, which side should I live? I said, hey, because you know, if I say I'm alternate from Mangamuka, they'll be like, the ones that the buses, man, and then they tie you to that whole thing that happened. So I think, you know, like, just know nothing attached to their last name, where they come from is like, you know, no judge, just tautoko. And I think another thing is that that Go Be Great kid, is one of us, we've got a couple of hashtags that we use. Takes a village. When one wins, we all win.
Yeah, man.
And Go Be Great kid. So man, back when we were little kids, we used to dream big, right? We used to want to be all of these things, you know, whether you would want to be Michael Jackson, Stevie Wonder, the best, I don't know, just be like greatness. And then when you get older and life starts happening, you know, you may have a baby here, or you may, our duties, our roles and responsibilities may just taper down those dreams and we stop dreaming. So our kaupapa is about, you know, sparking those fires back up deep in your puku. And ensuring that we're there. If they do give it a go, they might not think it what it is. So being able to support. So if she wanted to be beyond, like, think that she can have a singing career, I'd be like, oh, cut it. We need to have some coffee day. Oh, I better be careful. Coffee. No, you've got to that. But yeah, so I think we've got a real cool whānau that can be honest with each other, where we didn't used to be. And I think we used to like tape, you know, typical female shit, you know, like tape and just about each other. But in our team, we've actually made an actual like, oh yeah, okay, we have kaupapa, we're here to make change. Let's be honest with each other. What we thought was league, now it's got evolved out onto the field as well as us as a people. So yeah, I think those are cool attributes.
Awesome.
That's awesome.
What did you choose? Manaki,
Whānau.
And
heck, I don't know, accountability must be.
Nice.
I did have 3 words, but I'm going to change them. My 3 words were whakapapa in action, but I will change them to whakapapa. So us being amongst this now and creating this space, and I think it's with more buy-ins and all of that, you know, like it's endless. We can give back and we can see all these people coming through. There's already girls teams up here playing for Muri Whenua who, you know, it's just another step. And I think the people before us, we played in Te Hapua the other weekend, just listening to people's stories. It's very humbling, and just that space of open comms and just listening to stories. It's part of our whakapapa as people and as athletes. It's just good to see where we come from and what we can be in the future. I think another one would have to be reinforcement for me, because we come into these teams and we are our single person, and then we come in, and as Radi said, we come in with all our own you know, our own stuff on our back, and you know, it's about finding the way and finding that middle ground and working together and reinforcing our team to be better. And the last one I'll have to say will have to be vulnerability. I think as women, again, we open that space, and it's just good to speak honestly for ourselves. It's good to be honest with yourself and how you want to move and how you want to hustle and be about things, and how you want to be not more so seen, but how you want to interact with people and positively impact their life.
Yeah, fuck, that's a huge one, eh?
Yeah.
That one.
Yeah.
Vulnerability. Only because why I say it's huge is because a lot of us have their guards up.
Yeah.
And paint a picture that everything's going on all right, but really we've started to notice when they want to go deep and they actually want to look in the mirror and see is that they're letting go of that fear of what someone else thinks of them. So we all got stuff going on, but how can we work through it so that we're not turning up with the same answer, which isn't the right one sometimes. So leaning into that has been massive for our whānau, our team. And a privilege, eh?
I think in our community as well, like, you know, like it's about opening those spaces, and then, you know, like it's a ripple effect of like essence of the vulnerability. You know, I think people just see it and then they're like, whoa, that's pretty cool. It's a, you know, it's a space.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
No, beautiful. I think vulnerability for men is the hardest thing for us to get over. I think we see it as respect and disrespect. Our vulnerability, so letting our guard down. We don't want anyone to disrespect us, and then we don't know how to sort that out once that disrespect or something has happened to us, and then we split. that's our way. Otherwise, we end up in a fight. But that's the best. I think that's where we should be looking.
Of it all too, you know?
And having those spaces. But I think men are still trying to find those spaces. We're seeing that just in rugby league and outside of rugby league. Those spaces that for men and vulnerability aren't there anymore. And I don't know if we're accepting of those at the moment. It's a big job for us as men, so it's awesome to hear that vulnerability.
From female. That's awesome.
Kia ora.
It's only difficult because you don't know how to tune up in this space. And when you've got so many different people, you have to regulate so many different emotional and the amount of people, right? But if you do it small, just within your own team first, in small groups, then you start to go there a little bit. It's uncomfortable, like, holy shit, we're talking about our emotions here, but reality is who you're going to talk to them with. Until you pick up a bottle or something, then it comes out. You want to try and get the regulation under control, right?
Yeah, absolutely. That's awesome. That's 100%. Cool. It's cool. I think it's mental health month too.
Yeah, mental health month as well.
Yeah. Nicely touched on. Well done. Me.
So who's the quiet achiever in the squad that deserves a bit of shine this week?
Quiet achiever. Let's eliminate us with.
Too loud. Run in your mouth.
Quiet achiever. I'd say Ari's a quiet achiever. She's very quiet, but she doesn't realise that her actions are actually leadership. I love those cats, eh? I love those. I love them, eh? They're like silent but freaking violent type guys. And then also we've got these young girls as well that are similar because they haven't find your voice bump. You hitting their back find your voice bump, but they're also those guys too, eh? That deserve some credit. And I think just they have parents on the sideline that are like.
See you at home.
That's my own childhood.
You need to have we have a few, and I think it's just because league's new in the women's space. So everyone's kind of like just finding their feet. But when they start enjoying it and just smiling, it's pretty dangerous, eh? So we have a few in our team, quite a few young ones. I'd say all the young ones are silent, but definitely just threats, eh? Especially they're on our edges, so provide a lot of just quicker speed.
Must be nice.
They want we can provide. And then we've just got a well balanced team, I reckon. It's pretty awesome. It's pretty good choice.
Awesome.
So you went Ari. I picked Lyric. She's the baby of our team. You don't even know she's there half the time.
Wow.
She's just a bit of a mouse and then on the sideline, and then you just see her and she's running these 2, 3, 4 tries and you're like, okay, must be nice. Get them. Well done.
Used to be like that, my bro.
And I think another young one would have to be Riley. She's just in there and will do the mahi. I love people that'll just get there and just do the work regardless. She just shows up and she'll run your front door and she'll run your back door. She'll just run it all day. It's probably my favourite.
Oh, and Riley, actually, she's trying to teach us how to meal plan. She's sending us.
How's that going?
Oh, I just put it in the dreams. But she's sending us videos in the chat like, oh, I weigh out the. Oh my goodness, I don't even want to weigh myself.
But we're straight.
And then because we work on our Whare Tapa Whā, and we have to do accountability and send it through however you want to. And these kids, they're sending it. Oh, my taha, tinana, I was doing this, and they're sending us videos of their full, their water, and I'm like, oh, shame, I'll go do my pod, and they're sending us their taha wairua, and so this week, I'll just send love out to Kalani and, Nana Bala, who passed away, so we're going through that as a team this week, and so being there for her, showing up for her, just to help through the grief, at least show up for her team so she knows that we got it back. Was massive for this week, so I think that's how we'll prep too.
Yeah.
Man. What does preparation look like this week? Physically, mentally, wider-wise, for the whole team, for yourselves?
Well, I didn't eat the pie I was wanting to have yesterday.
What kind of pie was it?
Oh, mate, steak and mushroom, man, all the ways.
Okay, I ate a butter chicken pie.
Prep.
Yeah, you go.
You go.
I'll go. I'm short and sharp. Physical, I went have a train and get some sleep. Coming off night shift. Especially after getting nugs last night. Lovely. For my mental prep is visualization, jotting down my goals for attack and D and just general ones. And then for my wairua, staying grounded, gonna go up early, put my feet on the dirt. And
You go for MVP, girl.
controllable.
You go for MVP, girl. My prep's like different these days, only because I help my manager, I'm the physio guy, and turn up to play as well. And I think the less I worry about the little things, the better for me. I'm a taiao person, so if I've been out in the water already this week, but you can never have too much. And it's just to meet the stuff that we carry in our head on for me, and about clearing my head and ensuring that I do my job first and foremost, even though there's many of them. But in saying that is just returning. So I like to do gratitude and just to remind myself, like, actually, is this our purpose? Are we on the kaupapa, or are we falling off here just because we're getting in the hyper finals? So ensuring that it's all aligning and it's not just hype stuff, because we can get caught up in hype in finals week. So I don't really change much to all the other weeks. Not even Kai, to be honest. But as long as I know my job and how I need to turn up, then that'll be my contribution.
Man. Awesome.
And MVP, we were told somebody's getting MVP. What do you get for MVP this year?
Oh, horse.
Dead or alive? I've eaten horse, Horse is nice. Eaten horse?
Yes, I have. I have eaten horse, but I didn't know it was horse. And then they were like, la horse, something like that. I was like, one of my friends she married a Tongan. They had it's like quite high up there in that Tongan.
It's the delicacy over there.
Yeah, so they got married in Aussie at a flash face, but they must have had the horse in the curry or something. Because I would never, because I love horses. And so have horses and stuff like that. But so the player of the year for our team
gets a horse.
Gets a horse.
Wow.
I think, and that's been mainly our kaupapa, that we're trying to, and with our uniforms our uniforms are based around unlearning what we thought was our learnings and reclamation of identity. So what that looks for each individual is different, and that's your journey. But the space, we're trying to normalise it. Hard. And normalise the taiao, actually, because it heals us, whether we acknowledge it or not is up to you. But I definitely know I feel better when I go in the bush or out in the water, so I acknowledge it, like, I need to go there.
So the next question, what's one thing about Women's Rugby League that more people should know or appreciate?
Yeah, mine was simple. Women can jam. We can be out there and just. We can do it. We have that capacity, and especially with Norz as our coach, just learnings for days, some days on days. We can do it. We have that capacity to just be out there. And pretty much, I reckon. Have a game against the men. No jokes.
I think for me, like, I'm real, like, my dad's a big follower and has been of my life. And he said something like this, man, you guys just play a good game of footy. And I said to him, oh, true, cool. And he's just like, no, like, he's actually put together and all of that. And I think, I go back to previously when I was talking about, man, women are so great. Like, they do the kids come to our games with them. Their kids, our kids. They've got their kai, cooking that, you know, like, it's just so powerful
Yeah.
in itself. Like, that the amount of stuff that we can do,
Yeah.
and then still go out there and put a performance on.
Yeah, man.
Think about everybody else before themselves,
Kia ora.
and then and play a game of league.
Yeah.
That's pretty amazing.
Oh, yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
I think that's freaking huge, and it's a blessing to be a part of, like, in terms of, like, superheroes and communities. We've got it in here, like, we've got it in our communities, we just don't acknowledge it for what it is.
Kia ora.
And I'm just going to say, if this gets out, man, I'm proud of all you ladies and our team, every wahine out there doing it. You're powerful, I'm inspired by you, and just keep it up, man. Keep living day to day. The days are going to be better. It's what you make of it, and you guys are inspiring the next generation. So, e mihi ana kia koutou.
Kia ora. What's one thing you'd like to pass on to the next generation of players?
I think, well, I personally know, league is the waka. We jump in the waka. That's us. You surround yourself with the good people, and that leads to your personal growth on and off the field.
Yeah.
And just giving people the power of choice, and, you know, like, instilling that they have choices, and, you know, that power of, yes, you can choose to do this, and if it doesn't align with you, you can choose something else, and then you can come back if you really want. I think that's my little thing, just keeping that power of choice alive and instilling it back in people, because I feel like sometimes we forget, you know, we have choices and we can choose to be better.
Man, that's awesome.
Kia ora.
Well done.
Wow, that's a hard one, but I would go with, at the moment, be you, be authentically you. That's hard these days, because not all of us have been growing up around our nannies and papas, got the strap, you know, sorted out. But start with being you.
Yeah.
And I'll just go back to just making the most of any opportunity, especially up here in the north where there's come very few. When you get presented an opportunity, take it with 2 hands, 2 feet, and a good set of choices that come from up here. I got once told when I was young that you show me your friends and I'll show you your future.
Wow.
And I was like, and I went to Auckland Girls Grammar, right? And I was hanging out with, wow. I saw it.
Those Kiwi stoppers.
But like, there was like some words as a young rangatahi that I needed to hear at the time. Because as a young rangatahi, when you're trying to figure out who you are in this world, what you're going to be, what road you're going to take, the choices, it's a lot of pressure. And if you don't have the support or the chat around you each day that goes, get up, go to school, you know, you have to try and do that yourself and regulate yourself. It's pretty tough. So hearing those words at that time of my life, I really needed to hear, because I was trying to figure myself out in that crowd, that crowd, and I could have easily decided my future, that year in particular, that I was going to be that kind of guy. So I had to do some big changes in my life, and it meant that I had to lose a couple of friendships that I thought at the time were great for me, because a mixture of reasons. But man, if I stayed with that crowd, I could have been in a different somewhere else. Like all of us, eh?
Yeah, absolutely.
You know? All of us. We've had to make choices in our lives, and sometimes it isn't easy. And I think the hardest thing up here is that we're related to those people that we need to let go of. And who can let go of whānau? Heck. But to ensure that you have a good life, sometimes it needs to be done. So
awesome.
Kia kaha, kia kaha. Whānau, if you want to get down and support Wāhine Rugby League, if you're in Te Kou, if you're not, you know, don't buy the pie, get the gas. $6 will get you up there. Come support us. I'm sure we'll put it on for you. You know, if you're a crazy rugby league fan, I'm sure that you will be entertained, inspired, and just have a different love for women's rugby league. So put the pie in the car and come up and be in Te Kou with us. 1 PM is kick-off. In the land of the great, some of our players from up there say so.
Wow.
Wow.
Ka pai. Eh? And so I just want to finish off with quotes. Are there any quotes that sort of stick in your head that you have been given over the years? Or is there one that comes to mind when you deal with life?
Man, I've had so many that, and then I've dropped that. I'm like, oh, I'm beyond that now. You know. What's the one? What's the maranga I angatu one? Feel the fear and do it anyway.
Me?
I'm that guy, man, because like starting things in rural communities is tough, especially when you're wahine Māori.
Me.
And if you haven't been in the marae doing the titao stuff, doing all the hard work, because I lived in Auckland, and I've only been home for 6 years.
Yeah.
So ensuring that I got into the marae, did all the mahi first to get the respect before I started whacking out kaupapa.
Yeah.
Otherwise you're quite easily judged that I know it all and stuff like that. So feel the fear, do it anyway has been my one. Like I'm like, I'm not going to be everyone's cup of tea, and I'm okay with that.
Kia ora. Just like me. Yeah. Yourself?
Mine has to be, I've always loved this one, and it's from my dad. It's not the size of the dog in the fight, it's the size of the fight in the dog. And
good one.
It's just endless. You could pick it apart any way you like, but how you come and how you play, if you play with your heart, like it's endless what can happen.
Awesome. Wicks, any quotes?
I think one from our Pawaringa, if in doubt, take them out.
There we go.
One for the boys. One for the boys. One for the boys.
Yeah.
Carry that one on Saturday. Cool. For
What's
me,
your one?
well, when I think back to my great uncle Samala, Samala means hammer in Samoa. That's what I used to do on the field. You said hammer the ref.
Leave our refs alone.
Yeah, that's right. But one of his great quotes that still stick with me to this day too is, when life gives you lemons, throw it at your neighbour's head. Right, and so on that note, you won't find us on your neighbour's front lawn, coming off the back fence.
Up the was.
Yeah!
Up the was.
Well done, ladies.